Okay, cool. So I hope it's working now. Sorry about that because I think there was some error with the link just now. So I have no clue why the link previously cannot work. All right. Anyway, we are gonna start now. So wait, it's a big cloud couple. Let me get back my slides. Because the link just now was not really working, then I close everything. Okay, so I think welcome to this space, and then in this space, I'm gonna talk about campaign management, which is on how do you actually manage a campaign. Like let's say in the scale where you have your own campaign being run in your own LC, or you have a national campaign being run, and you want to like customize it to your own LC and things like that. Yeah. So how campaign is being run in national and also LC level. So something about campaign, right, very interesting is that we have always been running campaign, but I think we haven't actually done any sort of campaign management education before, because I think things are always very spontaneous and then people always do it occasionally. In my own opinion, campaign should be the only way you should be running your social media, your digital marketing and things, because if you don't run campaign and you just put posts and things like that, usually it wouldn't generate any results and you are unable to track whether the thing is working well or not well and things like that. Yeah. So why is campaign important? So that you don't have any random digital marketing without results. Uh, that's why campaign management is so important. Uh, and then let's go into the part which is about planning as well. It's the same. So as what I covered in the physical marketing just now, in campaign, basically whenever you are planning for your marketing strategy, it's the same thing that you will be using, which is GTCM, Go Target Channel Message. So even for MRD, right, if you're going to run a campaign in your digital channel to recruit people and things like that, make sure you brainstorm through this method first before you start like drafting any of your marketing strategy. So goal is to have, like, let's say 50 participants of your campaign, like you have a photo challenge, then your target is you are targeting on all the EPs who have already applied to projects, and then the message is that, let's say, a job exchange, for example. Yeah. So it's the same when you are planning for your campaign. These are the key areas or like elements that you should look at when you are planning for campaign. So let's say timeline, content creation, SOP for submission, benefits and price, terms and condition. Then people is like, let's say PIC, who is the PIC to run a campaign, L&D and training, routine. So finance is like budget or investment, for example. So it's very important to have timeline. It's the same as what I mentioned in the physical marketing just now, which is like, for example, do you have a preparation timeline and do you have a pre-attraction before your campaign or things like that? Then do you have enough time to create your content? How is the SOP for submission? What is the terms and condition? What is the benefits and price and things like that? So it might not seem very tangible now when I'm just like sharing like this. Then probably when I share to you how campaign is run, you can see more properly. So let's say I will just show you one exact example of the campaign that I launched before. So it's called Summer Campaign. It's happened in last summer. I don't know if you remember. So this is a campaign that I'm actually like designing for EP who have already applied to projects. So yeah, you can see that when I'm designing the campaign itself, is very catered to all the volunteers who have already applied to the projects. So every time when I'm designing a campaign, usually I have sort of like a objective of the campaign or to let people know why do you want to join the campaign. So first is like the reason is I put that time is like value proposition is like to advocate for global volunteer like SDG that they are going for and to make sure they ask their friends along to go for exchange as well. So the objective is very clear, value proposition is very clear. And then very clear action step or the SOP for submission. Like usually it should be very simple. What do they need to do? Take a photo, submit to us, and then share to your friends, share photo from Azay Malaysia Facebook page. Yeah. So I also usually will give examples like this is how it will look like. And then I also make sure the caption and everything is already designed so that people don't go everywhere by themselves. And then they just alter the part that they need to alter, for example. So of course, every campaign come with a price. This is the price at the time they would get 600 with an action camera, 300 with in luggage bag, slimming bag, and things like that. So this is the past campaign that we run before. And then with terms and conditions. just to make sure no one is violating the campaign itself. Yeah. So usually these are like the key elements, the basic one, at least you should have before you are launching any campaign, or when you are like, having national campaign task to your LC, you should really look at these things as well. So in terms of implementing, you can see like we just take the photos of the EPs and then we implement on our own websites. These are all the people who have submitted, and you can see the result is actually quite well, because like some they even get I think the highest like 1.5 something K of likes and share. It's a quite a viral campaign during that time when we were launching it. Yeah. So, and then at the same time, a lot of the time implementing, people only post the EP photo, but most importantly is to make sure that people are actually submitting, and you reinforce your members to ask more EP to join. So I always will make sure I do reinforcement, which is very important, that I did with LC, for example. I show them how many people are joining from each LC, and then show the results, right? Do you know, once our campaign has launched, this is the results that we are getting from all the digital platform that people are signing up, what to do next and things like that. So you reinforce to make sure the campaign have more people to join. So usually when you launch one campaign, right, in the beginning, not many people will support one. Like only one or two EP will be joining and things like that. But because you keep doing reinforcement, people see the benefit, then more and more people will be joining. Okay. So usually this is how you manage a campaign, and also how you initiate or run a campaign itself. Yeah. So before I go into tips and tricks, perhaps if you have any questions, you can ask me so that I can let you know as well. I can answer you any questions that you have. I'll give you around 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Yeah. You can just let me know if you have any questions. So if there's no questions, I will just go on with the tips and tricks in terms of like yeah, like what is the key tips and tricks of running a campaign. So first thing, same thing, you always have a goal. So even though it's just a campaign, you must know how many participants do you want. How do you measure if your campaign is successful, for example? Yeah, always have a goal, and always know when you are running a campaign itself, what are you targeting, and always measure. Know how many signups exactly are coming from your campaign. Put a bit to lead link, for example, to track or something, depending on you. And then the last tips will be like, for example, when you're running national campaign, because most of the time you wouldn't be running your own campaigns, because first is a lot of investment. Second is like, unless you are really huge LC, like how would I say, like UNMC and things like that, usually they would run campaign by themselves. But usually LC will be running national campaign in LC level. So how do you localize the campaign or the material? Like by using all these that you get, and then you have reinforcement in your own LC itself. Yeah. So of course, when you run national campaign, most of the time you can save some money, because it's the investment for us to give the price, and usually it will be more attractive as well. Yeah. So that's how it goes though, like national campaign when you are actually implementing. Yeah, I think that pretty much also cover the entire part of campaign management. What is campaign, and also how does campaign run? And in long run, is campaign is super important, especially when you're having your physical marketing and all this, to keep going, because it builds the entire word of mouth, and it builds the entire community or topic in your own university. Uh, to have people to at least know about Global Volunteer and ISAC, to know what is happening. So never run your digital marketing or your Facebook posts and things randomly without a proper objective, without a proper goal, or without a proper campaign. Because most of the time those posts are just going nowhere, because like people are not really seeing them. They don't bring any clear objective or measurement, and you don't know what to do with those things as well. Yeah. So that's the thing for national campaign. I mean like campaign management. I think I will still give around 3 to 4 minutes for you if you have any questions that you wish to ask. If you don't have, you can wave so that I can know as well. Yeah. All right. If you have no questions, I think that's all. Thank you for coming to the space as well. And yeah, I think that's all. If you have anything, always feel free to text me. I will have all this material posted up as well, so that you can always come back to watch again and to understand what is happening with the campaign and things. So for information, the first campaign that we're gonna have is ambassador campaign and ISP campaign that will be coming soon in January. So stay tuned for that. And for MRD peeps, I hope you also are able to design your own campaign to make sure that it doesn't clash with the one in OGV as well. Yeah. So thank you for very much for that, and I hope you have a nice Friday night.